Hello and welcome to the Sunbit Crochet Podcast. My name is Claudia and I'm coming to you from Germany. Today is the second Advent Sunday and I would like to give you a little bit of an update about my crochet projects. I was working today on The Gift of Christmas crochet along blanket and I decided that I won't continue making it because I had 16 squares or rectangles done, and I thought that I don't need another 16. The blanket will be big enough for a Lapgan. So I joined them last night. This is the blanket, and I've added a crab stitch border in red, and I've added a little leaf on each corner. There you go, in green. This is a free pattern on the website of Black Sheep Yarns. It's also on Ravelry, but the designer has only uploaded the instructions up to week number 3 instead of, I believe there are 5 in total, 5 or 6. So if you want to get the whole instructions, then you have to check the YouTube channel of the designer, or you have to go to Black Sheep Yarns website. I'm very happy with how it looks like. I've got plenty of yarn left over, so maybe I'm going to make another one, but not right now. I would say that I'm finished with it, except at the moment I am weaving in the ends. So that's that. Project number 1. Almost finished. And then I've got my Victoria Throw. I haven't touched that one recently, just because I've got so many other projects at the moment. I have started a new one. This is the Mrs. Fezziwig Advent yarn, Advent shawl. This is the beginning of it, that is. This is a paid for pattern on Ravelry, and I really wanted to make this one because it looks beautiful. It's perfect for those Advent mini skeins. However, the pattern which you get doesn't have a stitch count, doesn't have a chart. The designer is using instructions which are not the standard crochet language instruction kind of thing, in parts. So the beginning for me was quite tricky to understand what she means. I wrote a project page on Ravelry for my shawl, and I specifically write down what I found out through trial and error, what she means with instructions in row number 1. After row number 1, or the beginning of that, once you reach the row repeat, you're fine. You will be fine because it's all the same. It's 2 row repeat after the initial instructions, and then you know what you're doing and you can play with your colors. I have taken the colors which didn't get much love in my stash because they are, yellow is not my color, but I have added some light pink and some green, and I hope that the combination will look nice. This won't be enough for the whole shawl, so I will change colors eventually, but so far I'm really happy with it, except for that initial row instruction. I still owe you names of the yarn dyers which I met in Munich at Munich Knits. I showed you already in bad light, just like now, these two skeins of alpaca yarn, very soft and very fluffy, reasonably priced compared to the rest of Munich Knits wool. It's a beautiful emerald color, and this came from Sachsen Alpacas. They also offer that you go for a walk with their alpacas. www.alpacas.de. That's with the C, alpacas. Yeah, so that's where I got this from. The booth, the stall, the thing. And then I've got this beautiful skein of shiny shimmering yarn. It comes from Nina Hand Dyed Yarn. It's difficult to get it focused. Now, this was from no. Do I have them here? Yeah, here. That's Nina Bernadette Sass, and she's on Etsy, ninahanddyed.etsy.com, and on Instagram she's Nina Hand Dyed Yarns, just one word. There. She had beautiful, beautiful wool. I obviously took her card twice, on a Saturday and on a Sunday, because I was so beyond ecstatic. This wool, I mean, it's so shiny because of the mulberry silk, and fluffy because of the kid mohair. I mean, I can show it, I can hold it into the camera as often as I like, but you will have to see it in person and squeeze it, and it's really, really beautiful. This was the most expensive yarn skein I ever bought. It cost 34 euros, and that's justified because of a high quality material, but also it took me sleeping over it for a night when I decided that I really couldn't leave it there. So that's that. The other skeins of yarn, which I showed you shortly in bed lighting, I don't have them anymore because they are getting wrapped up for my Christmas present. Other companies which I've found there with beautiful yarn is Zauberkunstgarne. This is, I believe, where I got the fluffy free skeins with the glittery paillette yarn from. www.zauberkunstgarne.com. They are also on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. Zauberkunstgarne. And then I would like to show you something. Remember that I bought a quilt pattern or patchwork center panel at the quilt shop by Ruth Baudisch. This was that place, www.quiltshop-baudisch.de, and my mother has been busy making me a placemat. It's quilted, as you can see. So this is a nutcracker placemat, rather a big one, and she's making another one, the same design. So that's something to enjoy maybe on Christmas Day, and or maybe just like a centerpiece for your table, and when you put it, you can't see the nutcracker then, but you can put a plate with cookies in the middle or something. So that's something new. And what I haven't shown you yet is the second Advent Sunday bag from my other yarn advent calendar. It's DK Squishy Yarn. I showed you what was in bag number 1 before I even went to Munich, and now today I opened bag number 2, but I will show to you once the light is better. Sorry that I left it on so late today for Vlogmas. I was spending the day clearing out things, sorting through things, getting a little bit more organized, and watching soppy Christmas movies. I watched a movie with Brooke Shields as a romance writer, being in Scotland and meeting the laird of a castle and falling in love, and so soppy but quite enjoyable. And the Bakery Bears were talking about a Christmas movie called Christmas in Vienna. I was looking for that and I found it, so I will watch that next, and just writing a few more Christmas cards for my family, and you know, these things. I will probably spend the rest of the evening on the sofa watching more soppy movies. Keep well, keep safe, and I will see you very soon again. Bye! I nearly forgot to show you the most important thing. I finished my colorwork cowl in crochet. Yeah, that's the salmon from the chart, knitting chart, from the pattern Salmon Coming Home. And that means that my crochet cowl is done and ready for wearing. It's smaller here on the top than on the bottom. That's intentional because I want to be able to spread it out a little bit here, and then here on the top, and then here on the top it should keep me warm. So I'm very happy with the result. This was the most work here because it's really lots of chart reading, but so happy. I'm so happy that I'm done with it and that it looks so nice. At least I think it looks nice. So that's my magical crochet colorwork cowl, done and dusted.